Welcome to It's Rafiq. So in today's video, we are going to discuss how we can do the Python practical walk for class 8 level. Here we are going to do some simple programs. Also, we will discuss in details how to save the program, how to compile the program, how to handle the errors. So let's begin. For that, at first, you will have to install Python ideally in your computer. If you do not have, if you have, then just search IDLE. When you search Python, then two type of Python interpreter will appear. One will command line, one GUI based. You should open the GUI based, means ideally. So this is a Python ideally. The version may be different in different computers, but they are almost same. It take little time to open, so till that time you have to wait. There is no way. So this is the interface of ideally. Here you will see three arrow mark. After that cursor is blinking, means here you can type. For example, suppose I am writing print hello. So this is called as interpreter based, means here we are getting the line put line wise. But when you are writing a program, you should always do it on script based script mode. For that, click on file. After that, you will get one option. Some versions have new window and some version have new file. So whatever, you can select that new file. Now here we'll write the program. At first we'll do a simple program. Here we are going to add two numbers. So at first, suppose I have a equal. Now we are going to collect the number from user and we'll collect integer values for that int. And again, we are going to take input. So input function, input bracket. After input, again bracket. Then inverted comma, you can give either single or double. If you are putting double, then press the shift key and inverted comma that key, which is just above the question mark, this way, or you can give single one. It's your wish. Then here you write a message like enter a value. Then close the inverted comma. Now you see we have started two brackets. That's why we will close two brackets. So this line done. Now we'll take one more value from user. For that, who are good in copy paste, you can just select this line, copy, press Ctrl and C to copy this line and paste it, Ctrl V. Otherwise, you can type this line if you are not comfortable with copy paste. So this also done. Now we are going to add these two numbers. So we'll have one more variable, that is sum. Then we'll write sum equal a plus b. Now here remember, here I am writing sum, all the letter is small letters. Next time when we are going to use it, have to be same exactly like this only. If it write sum as capital S and UM, it might not work. After that, we are going to print the result. So print. Here we'll write sum is, then inverted comma close comma sum. Now see, this kind of program for some school, it is in class 7 book itself. Some school have in class 8 book. So based on your syllabus, you can practice it. Now our program is complete. Remember, in one script you can write only one program. If you want to write another program, you will have to take another new file. Now our program is completed. Next step is to save the file. You can save or directly you can go to run menu. So we are going to save the file first. So click on save. From here you can choose the folder where you want to save the file. Right now I am going to save the file in desktop. So from here we can select desktop and we'll give a name. Suppose I am giving the file name is program1 and saved. After saving the file, we'll go to run menu. Here we'll get different options: run module, run customized, check module, Python shell. You will select first one, means run module. Then you will see the output will appear in interpreter mode. Here asking us to enter a value. So I am giving the value as 5. Next time enter a value, another one. I am giving as 8. And after that we are getting the sum is 13, which is correct. 5 plus 8 is 13. So this way you can write and run a Python program. After completing one program, you will close the output window. This window is known as output window. For closing that, you will click on the close button, or you can go to file menu. From there also you can use close window option, not exit, ideally close window. Now this is our script mode. First program we saved. If you want to write a next program, we can do modify here itself. Otherwise, we can take a new file. So we are going to take a new file, new file. Now here we are going to practice some another program. Suppose I have to print my name 10 times. So how can we do that? Now to do this program, we can use either multiplication operator or we can use loop itself. So let's see how we can do by using multiplication operator. For that we can just write print and bracket. You will write your name. Suppose I am writing my name itself. After that give a space so that it looks good. Then you will write multiply symbol. Then suppose I want to print 10 times, so 10 bracket close. Done. So this program will print my name 10 times. So let's see whether it work or not. Run module. So I am giving this program link as program 2. Now you see it repeat my name 10 times. So this when we use multiplication operator with string value, it's repeat the string, right? Now we'll do the same program using loop. We are going to use for loop. So we will write for I in range. Here our range will be 1, starting from 1, and we need 10 times, so 11. So remember, stopping is always -1. So 11 minus 1, 10. That means we are getting 10 times. And each time it will increase by 1. After that colon sign, then we'll come to next line. You will see there is little gap in left hand side. So keep it that way only. Do not remove it. Now you write print. Just write your name. Then close the bracket. Now you see when I click on run module, so it repeat my name 10 times, but it's in different line. If you want in same line, so you can do one thing. After the sentence, just put a comma and write and equal. Just put inverted comma open, give one space, inverted comma close. Right? Now go to run, again run module. Okay. Now you see all the names appeared in a single line. So this way you can modify whether the new line will go to new sentence, new line or not. Now we are going to do one more program by using loop only. We are going to print all the even numbers in the range of 1 to 30. So we'll use loop only again for I in range, and our starting value is always 1 as we want 30, so 31 and step is 1. Then we are going to write one more condition, if condition, and here we'll write I modulus 2. That means we'll divide the value of I by 2 and check whether remainder is 0 or not. If remainder is 0, then we are going to print the value of I. So this program will print all the even numbers between 1 to 30. So let's see whether comes or not. Now you'll see when I click on run module, it does not ask me to save the file because I have already saved this file and I am writing new program in the same file. That's why. So click OK. Now you'll see it print all the numbers in one line itself. If I want to, it's in new line itself. If I want to print same line, then similar way and equal. So I can, if I want comma, I can give a comma, then bracket close and run again. Now you'll see its line in different, means its output in same line because I put and equal comma. Now there is a trick without using if condition also we can print the even numbers. For that the condition is that one. We are going to use the loop from 2. Okay. Or we can start from 0 also. We'll go till 31 only. Step value will give 2. Now you see, when I will write print I, then it will give me all the even numbers between 1, 0 to 30. So you can see these all the even numbers came. That's why suppose I need odd numbers. So starting number we will put 1. Now run the program. So here all the odd numbers between 1 to 30. So this way we can do without using if condition. Now we'll do one more program. This program will print the multiplication table of any given number. For that, again we are going to use loop only. For I in range, in bracket, starting is 1, ending is 11, because normally multiplication table we get till 10 only, that's why 11, and step is 1. Now print, in print at first normally tables are like that, 1 multiply 1 equal 1, 1 multiply 2 equal 2, this way. So one more thing, we have to take the value from user. So we'll write n equal int input, then enter a value. So now here we'll write at first we will print n, then multiply symbol, for that we'll use x. Then we'll put equal symbol within inverted comma. Then we'll write n into I. Then bracket close. Now we'll see, when we'll run this program, suppose I'm giving the value as 5. So it will print the table of 5. Oh, I is not printed. I think I have missed I. So just after multiply, we'll put I here. Now we'll see, again we'll run the program. So now it let the value be 7. So it printed the table of 7. So this way we can write Python program. Also we can save, compile, check the output and all. Now suppose I forgot to place something here. I forgot to place bracket. Now while I will run the program, it will show me an error. Just check it. It's taking time. So you can see bracket was never closed. That means you understood the meaning. And also it's showing in red color. That means that bracket is not closed. So what is your task to do? Close the bracket. Okay. Now suppose I forgot to close, I forgot to put comma here. If I run the program, you'll see what kind of mistake we'll get. Invalid syntax. That means perhaps you forgot to put a comma. So mistake is written only here. That means I forgot to put a comma. Also where I did the mistake, it's showing in red color. That's why easily you can identify your mistakes wherever you have done, and you can correct it. So now I have corrected the mistake. If I run the program, I will get the output like 6 table. This is 6 table. So this way you can write Python programs. I think you have understood. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you in a new video. Till then, take care and bye.